Hey guys, so I just got a text from Lauralea, our flight nurse, and she said that there is a pending Medivac, not yet confirmed. It's to the school of Bayog. Basically, Bayog is right off the end of the runway, and it's only about a 4 to 5 minute flight. So, like I said, it's not confirmed. We're not sure if it's going to happen. If you're watching this video, it probably does happen, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and pre-flight the helicopter, get it fueled up and pulled out on the ramp, and we'll just be on standby. And if it does happen, we'll be able to launch as soon as possible. So I'm going to cut to a time lapse here of doing a pre-flight. All right, guys, so the helicopter is all pre-flighted, fueled, and ready to go. And we just got word that the Medivac is confirmed, but it's actually confirmed for 1 p.m. and it's 11 o'clock now. So Curl is going to help me put the cover on just to keep kind of the heat and the sun off of it as best we can. And we'll come back here after lunch. So, yep. It's your side, this is mine. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So this is what we do. You prepare, get everything ready, and then sometimes wait. But it's better to be prepared and ready to go right away than to delay, and then if it's really urgent, then we're not prepared.
Yeah, putting the cones. So if anyone goes here, will see that there's boundary for the helicopter. So our helicopter will be safe. So they may aware that they will not go beyond this cone. So. Ready?
Check, check, check. Okay, well, there we go. I'm gonna close these vents. I had them open because it was sitting outside. If you want to close yours.
Okay.
Been a while for you, huh? In the helicopter?
Yeah. Yep. Haven't flown since I got back. So.
Oh, well.
And then before I left, it'd been quite a while, I think, since I flew.
Yeah.
I actually have not done a medevac to the helipad at SPPH.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, well, this will be new then.
Yep.
Nice. You do have a visor on your helmet if you want it. The sun's not
nice.
out today, but kind of nice to have. Operations, helicopter 1498 Golf.
Yeah, copy, loud and clear.
Roger that, same. We're headed to Bayog now.
Alright, copy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another helicopter flight. Glad to have you along. Thanks for tuning in. Today, Lauralea is our flight nurse, and she has been on furlough in the States for a few months. So I think she's new to the channel here, and it's been a minute since she's flown a medevac, so it's good to have her back. Like I said at the beginning, our medevac today is to Bayog, and we'll pick the patient up in Bayog and then fly to SPPH, Southern Palawan Provincial Hospital, drop the patient off and head back to base. Again, happy to have you guys along. This should be a simple flight, and let's see how this goes.
Most of the time at SPPH, is there someone meeting the helicopter at the top?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
We've had issues, but I think May was good about kind of talking to them, and they've done a lot better.
Okay.
I have sometimes, if it's multiple patients or the case is more severe, I'll just drop them off, and then someone will go get them in a car.
Okay.
I can't shut down right now because away from base because the battery is weak.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure even if there's no one, these patients, they know where to go. So
Okay. I
think we can just drop them off, but I'll try to double check and make sure.
They know we're coming, SPPH?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're pretty good about it.
I will text them once we are leaving here, like before we take off, just so they know a more precise time.
Operations, helicopter 98 Golf, entered zone 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
The weather today is pretty good. The winds are calm, and the clouds, as you can see, are plenty high for Bayog, and actually most of the jungle schools would be in the clear, if not all of them. So good weather today, no rain. So just making the left base leg, I guess you could say, for Bayog. Bayog is a pretty easy approach. It's pretty simple. There's actually a very tall tree that is a good benchmark if you're a beam and at the same height as the tree, and you have a loaded disc and you're under control and you're approaching sub 200 to 300 feet per minute. It's going to set you up really good. So you can see here, right about now, I'm even with the tree. The disc is loaded up there 30–40% with our weight is pretty good. You can see the airspeed indicators about 10, and we're coming in nice and slow, and that's going to set us up for a nice stable approach, which is what we're looking for. You can see there's some kids there, the patient presumably, and Ate Chet, the teacher in Bayog, is there waiting for us as well. You just saw me push those buttons down there on the panel. That is our V2 tracker device, and that button sequence basically tells the computer back at the base station that we landed. It's pretty cool. They actually get an auditory alert that says 1498 Golf has landed at Bayog. So it's just nice to have that feature, and it's nice for our dispatch to know exactly where we are and what we're doing. And it's also just a redundancy so that they don't assume that we've landed. You know, if there was something that were to happen on approach that was close and it showed that we were on the ground, they might assume that we landed. If they don't get landing confirmation and it looks like we're on the ground, they're going to start checking into that. So it's just kind of a redundancy. So the patient looks to be in quite a bit of pain trying to walk there. I don't know the specific case, but this is why we have a helicopter here. Obviously it would be very painful and difficult for him to have to walk out of the mountain by himself.
How many minutes from now?
About 8. Thomas Operations, 90 Golf, exiting Zone 1, direct SPPH.
Okay, copy that.
Okay, so here's the hospital. It's really a beautiful setting. You have the ocean right there. And again, winds are pretty calm today, but as usual, I am going to circle. It's always good just to, to just spend that extra fuel, spend the extra time and not be in a hurry. It'll save a lot more someday to do that extra, reconnaissance and avoid a potential hazard, as opposed to saving some fuel and just rushing into something that maybe you can't get out of. So I've got two approaches for this hospital. The one that you're seeing now is kind of approaching toward the east, northeast. The other one would be approaching more to the south, and it just depends on which way the wind is coming from. In a helicopter, it's always prudent to approach into the wind as much as possible.
I don't like that piece of metal right there. I'm gonna come back around the other way so I can keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Okay, let me walk you guys through kind of the decision-making process there. As you can see, I was on the east approach. The wind was out of the east. But I decided to go ahead and just come back around for the southerly approach. And the reason for that is there was some debris, and if that started to move or to fly potentially when we get closer, the angle I would have been at would have put that debris out of sight, so I would have had no idea what it was doing. So I accepted a 3 to 4 knot left quartering tailwind just in order to keep that debris in sight, and I felt that that was the most prudent decision, and it turned out all right.
Help to clean off their cement job.
Yeah.
Okay, now I don't see a wheelchair, so that might delay me.
That's alright, they'll bring it.
Okay.
Or not, I don't know. They're
Okay.
usually a couple minutes after we get here, but
Okay.
no. It's not a big deal. I have enough fuel, I can wait 5
Okay.
to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we did have to end up sitting here for about 15 to 20 minutes waiting for a wheelchair, which is not an ideal situation, but I will say a lot of times these hospitals are just understaffed and they're doing the best they can with the resources they have. So I don't want to be too hard on the hospital, but it is always nice when we have a wheelchair waiting there for us. But that's just not the reality that we have here in the Philippines. So we make it work, and we're just happy we're able to help the people that we can, and just work with the system that we're given.
Ready?
Yep. That's pretty Like, I like that a lot better than landing over there.
Yeah, I like it. It kind of keeps people out of there too.
Yes. Not motorcycles and kids running around and stuff.
Yeah. Let's see, I've got well, maybe we'll go. I've got this bag that they left in the helicopter. It's supposed to go to Bong. Do you have time if we run it up there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thomas, Flight Operations, Helicopter 98 Golf. We're going to divert to Bong to drop off that bag to Nikki, and then we'll be back to base. So we're going to be headed to Zone 2.
Okay, copy that.
Do you want me to text Nikki? Does she know?
Yeah, sure. If she's not there, we'll just drop it off.
Okay. Man, I love helicopter.
I know. It's the way to get around.
Yep. And just look at how much pain Kuya Ronell was in if he had to hike out of Bayog.
Can't imagine. You could barely walk to the helicopter.
Yeah.
So up in the top of that valley is where that one medevac came from.
Okay.
And they actually lived higher than that and hiked down.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I did a medevac up there with Daniel.
Oh, okay.
Even the like the climate was different, the plants were different.
Yeah.
Nice waterfall.
Yeah, it's been flowing pretty good all year.
Is the thing for Nikki in here, or is it in the back?
It's in the cargo compartment.
Do you want me to grab that?
Yeah, did you hear back from her? If not,
Nope.
maybe just run it, set it in the, oh, there's people there though. They'll come up. So they cleared a new spot for me up here. I think this is new. You left? There's Nikki. I think she's got it.
Nice.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Thomas Operations, Helicopter 98 Golf.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna land at Tatandayan as well and see if I can grab that camera.
Alright, copy that.
Alright guys, so last video, if you remember, we stopped and picked up the net that we had left at Tatandayan. I had a 360 camera on the helicopter for that video. When I took off, it was there. When I landed, it was gone. So fortunately I had that GoPro angle toward the back, and I was able to watch that and figure out exactly where it dropped. And when we landed to pick up the net, as soon as we touched down, the camera dropped off the tail of the helicopter. So I've just been waiting for another flight to go there and see if I can find my camera. So we're about to see if it's still sitting there, or maybe someone picked it up. We're gonna go see if we can recover it. I am really looking forward to having the landing platform done here. This is not a fun place to land. It's very tight, and you have to be accurate within 4 to 5 inches to get that skid all the way to the uphill side so that it's an appropriate slope enough to where we can set down. So it's a pretty technical landing. I don't love it, but we're pretty close, and in the next few weeks we should have the new platform done.
Alright, I'm gonna hop out and look for that camera.
Okay.
So you can see Tatai actually had found the camera, and they were showing me where it was, of course, under the tail of the helicopter. And yeah, they found it and preserved it for me in a little bag, and I was just really happy that they were able to give that back. Here he's asking me about the platform, when we're going to have it done, and I can only understand very little what he's actually saying to me, but I'm basically just telling him we will come back later soon, and we'll finish it up.
They had it for you?
They had it all wrapped up in a little bag for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. Yep, the 360 camera lives another day. Nobody's eating here.
The walkie-talkie?
Oh, kuya.
Pakargaan ko sana yun.
Okay, I'll take this and maybe find a battery. Okay, sige. Sige. Okay, po. Okay, ingat.
This departure is always fun. Since the LZ is on such a steep hill, it just seems like you gain 1,200 feet of altitude instantly. It's quite the feeling if you're not used to flying. It's and if you're scared of heights, it can be quite the feeling just having the ground drop out from under you. But of course, for flying, it's good. Altitude is safety, and it's nice to be able to get instant altitude, instant airspeed. So it's just fun. I enjoy flying in the mountains. It never gets old.
Brendan, did you get the 360 camera?
Affirmative, yep, they had it for me in a little plastic bag, and it looks to be in good shape.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep, exiting zone 2 now, headed back to base.
Okay, copy that.
Okay, I'm going to speed up the trip back to base. If I didn't speed up some parts of these videos, I know some of you say just, do the whole thing uncut, but the videos would end up being over an hour long, and I just think that's too long for most people. I have thought about the member page, just uploading full videos. If you guys are interested in that, and that's something you would be interested in subscribing, I think it's $2.99 for a subscription per month, and then you can see the full-length videos. If that's something you guys might be interested in, let me know in the comments, and I'll consider that. But I am going to be coming up with some other content, like maybe doing some fishing to kind of show some of the local experiences and the way that they live here in the Philippines, and just as kind of extra content, and that will be available soon on the members page. So we have some things for those of you who have signed up for it already. We have some things coming right around the corner, so just hang in there. Appreciate all the support, and again, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you very much. That was very smooth.
Oh, thanks.